So today's chapter from the Jesse tree is called The Dreamer. You've been fighting, exclaimed the carpenter the next day when the boy came into the church. Typical. My brother wanted my baseball cap, so he took it. He's bigger than me, but I got it back. I'll bet you did. Tit for tat, knock for knock. That's all you kids understand these days. I was going to bring him here, but after he took my cap, I didn't. So he won't get to hear the story, will he? What story? The one about the bathrobe, said the boy, pointing. It's not a bathrobe, protested the carpenter. It's Joseph's coat of many colors. Jacob married and had 12 sons. 12. The 11th, young Joseph, was a delightful boy. At least Jacob thought so. Joseph was a dreamer. Not a daydreamer, but a night dreamer, who remembered his dreams when he woke. Last night I dreamed we were harvesting, and your sheaves of wheat bowed down to my sheaf, he told his 11 brothers. His brothers didn't think much of that dream. Last night I dreamed we were all stars in the sky, and that your 11 stars all bow down to me. Joseph's brothers did not want to hear that dream either. Look at what my father gave me, said Joseph one day, wagging the sleeves of a glorious new coat. Look at the colors. Look at the cloth. Joseph's brothers didn't want to look. No father should love one son more than all the rest, or if he does, he shouldn't let it show. They hated Joseph for his coat and for his dreams and for his unfair share of love. So, one day, when Joseph brought them their lunch, way out in the hills, far from home, they grabbed him, tore off the fancy coat, and threw him into a pit. Like a crumpled rainbow, the coat was laid at old Jacob's feet. Oh, a terrible accident, Father, they said. Dear little Joseph, some wild animal must have... And all we found was this. He must be dead. Then the grief in Jacob's eyes made their lies peter out to a sorry silence. But Joseph wasn't dead. Even hating him the way they did, his brothers had stopped short of murder. They had gone back to the pit, arguing about what to do with him. As they argued, a caravan of camels clanked by, bound for Egypt. Let's sell him for a slave, suggested Judah. And they watched their hated brother be led away, stumbling, dirt-colored, in the dust behind the camel train. Suddenly realizing what a long story he had begun, the carpenter pulled himself up short. I haven't got time for this. I got work to do. All right, I'll come back tomorrow for the rest, but promise. Promise? I don't have to If my big brother comes by, don't tell him that story. It might give him ideas. End of today's chapter. Tomorrow, the next one.